Welcome into the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS. Today is Monday, June 11th, 2018. Today's episode of the newsfeed is sponsored by Mack Weldon. The great folks at Mack Weldon were sick and tired of heading into department stores and trying to buy socks, underwear, undershirts, and not getting consistent, high-quality results. So they started their own company. Called the Apple of Underwear by the Huffington Post, Mack Weldon attire is better than what you're wearing right now. So what are you waiting for? Head over to MackWeldon.com today and use our promo code CLNS for 20% off your first order. Again, that's 20% off your first order on MackWeldon.com just by entering our promo code CLNS at checkout. As the Celtics and the rest of the league prepare for the 2018 NBA Draft at Barclays Center in only 10 days, Boston has been quiet as to their intentions, but following several workouts with late first to second round potential, at this moment it appears the Seas will be keeping their 27th pick for the time being. The 27th pick has seen some success in recent years, dating back to 2013 when Rudy Gobert from France went to the Nuggets, Bogdanovic in 2014, Larry Nance Jr. in 2015, Pascal Siakam in 2016, and Kyle Kuzma in 2017. Not bad company if you're a Boston fan. The Celtics now have to weigh the pros and cons of drafting a more polished player with that pick or someone with higher upside but who is a longer work in progress. The complication being that Boston is ready to win now, thus does the team continue to look years ahead or do they focus on the present? We all just recently witnessed 23-year-old rookie Jordan Bell playing serious crunch time minutes for periods in the playoffs and even the finals for Golden State. This is a drafting strategy that the Warriors have used for the last 6+ years, drafting high character and IQ players later in rounds that can provide use almost immediately. This dates back to Draymond Green being drafted with the 35th pick back in 2012. The Celtics could very well look to a more polished and ready-to-go rookie as the anticipation for the 2018-19 season is felt already in mid-June with massive expectations for next season. Saying all this, the Celtics had in 4-year, now Duke University grad, Grayson Allen in for a workout in Waltham yesterday afternoon. Allen is projected anywhere from late first to mid-second round and checks several boxes for the Celtics. Hypothetically, Allen would be the 4th Duke player on the team, despite still being 2 years older than Jason Tatum. Allen shared time with both Tatum and overlapped with Semi Ojeleye during his time at Duke. Allen said after his strong Celtics workout, quote, "I don't put a lot of pressure on myself coming in. I played for 4 years, got a lot of tape. If I have a bad day, they have a lot to look at. If I have an incredible day and I look like Kobe Bryant out there, they got a lot of tape to look at. So really, either way, there's no pressure on myself." Boston Celtics Director of Player Personnel, Austin Ainge, seemed rather high on Allen following his workout, calling him a great shooter who has scored a lot of baskets, and downplayed any character issues with Allen that is residually felt from occasional antics in Krzyzewskiville. Ainge said the team has narrowed their list of leading candidates to 10 prospects, only if they stand pat with their 27th pick. Ainge also said the team has worked out 50 to 60 players, but did not say whether the team is leading toward keeping the pick or whether Allen is part of a softly finalized group for Boston. Allen could potentially bring sharp perimeter shooting and a hard-nosed and passionate work ethic that would more than likely assimilate very well into the Boston Celtics' current Stevens system. At the end of the day for Grayson Allen, an NBA-ready talent arguably years ago, he credits much of what he has learned not from himself, but said, quote, "I got to learn from Coach for 4 years," he said. "I got to think through the game in so many different roles. My basketball IQ improved so much just by playing for him. I learned how to prepare like a pro, how to recover like a pro, and how to live like a pro," unquote. Time will tell if Allen is that near-ready pro that can fill in big moments or on big stages for a team that is deep and loaded with talent. Or the Celtics could take someone else they like. Just a reminder that you can now also access the Boston Celtics newsfeed on your Amazon Alexa. Simply say, "Enable Celtics newsfeed," and Alexa will do the rest. Get all your breaking news, quick game recaps, and roundtables each morning by asking Alexa for your Celtics news flash. In Woj Bomb news today, former head coach, much thanks to LeBron James, Dwane Casey now has a new home in Michigan after signing a 5-year deal with the Detroit Pistons earlier today. Initially reported talks came back in May, and a long-term deal was finally put in place that resumes the mold for a bright Pistons future. Detroit is now in position to wholeheartedly focus on the future under Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond and attempt to erase the Stan Van Gundy past any way they can. The Pistons now have a direction, but only the 42nd pick in this upcoming draft after finishing 4 games under 500 this past season and trading their first-round pick in the Blake Griffin deal. The East will be up for debate up until July 1st when hopefully a LeBron James decision 3.0 allows the rest of the league and free agents to fall into place, and for the upcoming season and projections to fall in line as well. The East will most likely be top-heavy this coming year, allowing a Detroit team to more than likely push their way back into the playoff mold after being swept in 4 games by LeBron 3 years ago. That wraps things up for this episode of the Boston Celtics newsfeed. Remember to keep it locked on to @CLNS Media on Twitter, and be sure to subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed on both iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network mobile podcast app. Until next time, this has been Matt Genak with the Boston Celtics newsfeed.